today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a great return as he's out close to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start the drive with Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Calvin Cook, the ball carrier.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 15 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time?
And the Raiders have got it. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 18 carries, 96 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and a yard at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to? We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. McCann's got it teed up. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On 3rd down, Rosen setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That'll be complete to Cook. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a mental gain.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Rosen. He's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And the Vikings first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Smith catches left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 4.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one...
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Gallup, 79 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Or any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, this is Cook, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
39 yards on the punt, give them just 1 yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish. But when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1?
Every single time.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got Miller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Got his man there complete to Gallup. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Scotty Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Rosen on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Irv Smith, incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. So we have reached halftime here, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Vikings, nothing.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Raiders.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the line.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second down, Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he'll only get this back to the 15-yard line. So that decision's going to... The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
The 27-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough cover.
And he'll take him into the end zone for a touchdown. Henry Ruggs, the second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. McCann's got it teed up. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
On the play. First down, Minnesota.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Back to throw now on first down. Almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
7-yard line.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Rosen. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Vikings.
Here's Rosen to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Here's Rosen. This one brought in by Jefferson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups.
39-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And Cook has it left side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
7 at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Rosen to throw again. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To Dalvin Cook.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
4 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Rosen. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Las Vegas, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's now 14 games without a win, with time running out to try and get one. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.